Hey kids! Do you wanna see some big anime milkers? If yes, then I present to you Abunai Sisters. Quick little background about how I found out about this anime. I was scrolling through YouTube one day and I came across Charlie's video about finding the worst animes to exist. And in that video, he talks about this anime. And naturally, me being me, the show got me intrigued with its flawless animation and very unique style. So I decided to check it out for myself. Fast forward to today, and I'm making a video about this masterpiece. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at this first episode. After that banger of an opening, we're then greeted by our two protagonists, Mika and Coco. And in just a few seconds of the episode, you can already tell that this show possesses the highest quality of production, just from its voice acting.
All set up for us. We haven't had a vacation in so long.
Apart from their very well proportionate bodies, we don't have a lot of information about our characters, aside from being a celebrity,
A celebrity should be swimming in her birthday suit.
apparently. Now keep that fact in mind because that will be an important piece in the later part of the video. Anyways, our two protagonists was about to enjoy their very relaxing vacation when something happened. Their bosoms started vibrating like it was blending milkshakes inside their tits.
Mika, it's the Abunai emergency alarm.
Ah, yes, of course. The Abunai emergency alarm.
Something Abunai must be happening nearby.
And it was something Abunai indeed.
It's a shark. It's so huge.
And not only was the shark huge, it also had a gun. They then had this very epic shootout against this shark with very subtle innuendos here and there. Oh, and this guy was jerking off in a little corner for some reason. And in the end, they killed the shark by popping the champagne cork to its eye and following it up with some cool alley-oop.
That was a lot of work. And we're supposed to be on vacation.
But little did they know, the guy just finished up cleaning up his pants. And that's where the first episode ends. Now, I'm not going to dissect the plot of this anime. If you want to watch more of this, it's all on YouTube. But if you don't want to bother watching all 10 episodes, yet you still want to hear how the story plays out, then you can watch Charlie's video. I mean, he's the reason why I'm doing this in the first place. He's a pretty small YouTuber compared to me, so make sure to give him some love. What I'm going to be talking about, however, is how this anime came to be. So I got a little curious as to what studio would make this kind of masterpiece. So I went to Mal to look for some information. I mean, it must be a very underground type of studio. No, not very well known. And given the nature of the show, their works maybe consist mostly of hentai or some forgotten OVAs.
I'm afraid you don't understand the severity of the situation you're in now, Dio. No matter what kind of power the world possesses, you cannot move 1 inch from that spot. Kakyoin! I can't move.
I'm looking it up and oh, it's Production IG. That name sounds kind of familiar. Clicking it and yup, very underground titles here. Only unpopular stuff. Oh, there's Attack on Titan. I'm kind of familiar with it. It's the hentai with giants. Yeah. Yeah, nothing to see here, nothing prominent whatsoever. I mean, these shows are really unpopular. Okay, seriously, what the fuck? What is Production IG doing? A very prominent studio, mind you, responsible for producing all these great titles, doing with an anime like this. I mean, it's a masterpiece and all, but damn! So I got a little curious again, and so I went on a little digging, and I came across this article about Abunai sisters. According to this article, the Abunai sisters was based around the real-life celebrities, the Kano sisters. And how did they become a celebrity exactly? I don't really know. Their Wikipedia summary literally just says that they are a celebrity. I mean, they clearly just became famous for looking good, so. Just think of the Kardashians, but in Japan. And that pretty much sums up their media presence. So the sisters showed up in Baltimore's 2008 Otakon, and they were there to try and sell their product to the people. And that product was this show. A show that wanted to be a CG anime with character designs by this illustrator and is produced by Production IG. So it's safe to say that they spent a lot trying to make this show. But I guess they didn't spend enough. They even planned to release figures and have a release party, but there wasn't any proof that anything like that ever happened. They tried airing it on Japanese cable, but only 2 episodes made it before the show got cancelled. So there is a possibility that a Japanese copy of this exists, but we don't know, so good luck with that. So the only ones to survive are the dubbed DVD copies. Oh, and the chipmunk voice that you heard at the start. That wasn't the original audio after all. So I feel very sorry for the VAs whose voice got fucking butchered by layers and layers of audio filters. And this is the original audio, by the way.
We haven't had a vacation in so long. Let's go swimming.
Check out my sexy swimsuit.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. Um, I'm very sorry for my sarcastic remarks earlier. So why did they think that this was a good idea? Well, it's the classic case of not knowing what your target audience wants. Just because they made a softcore porn, they thought that horny virgins would be drooling all over that shit. But alas, the show couldn't even get a single Redditor hard. And it even made me impotent. Yes, this show caused my impotence, and not because of many underlying factors. Fuck the show. Oh, this made me impotent. Uh, To conclude this video, I'm just going to summarize what I think what happened with the Kano sisters and this anime. The Kano sisters were a very popular figure in Japan. Looking to cash in the otaku market, they decided to make an anime. But little did they know that it takes more effort to make people horny. So the show bombed, and they never want to mention it ever again. And now it's just a bad memory for the Kano sisters, and for Production IG, and for all of the people involved. But you know what I think? I think the people at the time just couldn't comprehend its greatness. They just failed to recognize just how good it is, that it was a masterpiece. But now that it's forever immortalized in the internet, we can now fully appreciate the beautiful disaster that is the Abunai sisters. And that's the end of the video. Hey, what's up? Thank you for sticking in the end. If you like this video, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe, the usual. And leave a comment if you think there's something I need to improve on. I'm still very new at this YouTube YouTube stuff shit. See, I'm failing to fucking shit my words. So every feedback counts. So yeah, and I've been Milkfish signing out.